I just it's still the same day, but I wanted to talk to y'all about what the Lord had shown me this morning. I didn't add it to the other video because the other video already knew it was going to take a long time, because the other video is talking about what the Lord's been talking about since mid-October 2024. Okay, so this video is about what happened, what he showed me this morning in the spirit realm. And this is what's going on. Now, there is a, I had a dream that in the dream, I'm at the beach. There's a lot of people there. There's a celebration. There's a carnival. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of music, adults, children, everybody's running around, having a good time. And I go up to an area where there's streams of water either going into the ocean. I don't know, but there was a woman on the other side of the streams, and the wind picked up super strong, almost like if it was turning into a tornado, because it started to pull everybody, right? Like the suction of it, almost like an upside down tornado, right? Like a vortex, right? Like an air vortex. Okay, so then I said, whoa, the winds are strong, or something like that. I kind of commented and out loud because it was really loud, and then the winds kicked up and the winds were loud, and the lady goes, oh yeah, and she's facing the ocean behind me, and she said, and there's a sign in the water. Okay, that's what she said. She said there's a sign in the water. And so when I couldn't turn around over my left shoulder to look, but I saw it was a tall building that I was standing in front of. I didn't even know I was standing in front of the tall building, but it almost looked like the Temple of Solomon, how it's squared, right? Which is it's going to be the New Jerusalem. It's going to be completely squared as well, but that's a whole other thing. That's in Revelation chapter 21, Revelation chapter 21. But I went around that building and I looked, and there was a tsunami coming, guys. It was I don't know how many hundreds of feet high. This thing was massive. And inside of it, it had waves, violent waves in the tsunami. So it wasn't just the wall. It wasn't just one wave. There was going to be several waves that were going to hit. Let's just put it that way, because that's what I saw, okay? This is in the spirit realm, but you guys call it dreams, but it's in the spirit realm. Okay, so then I turned around and I screamed at everybody at the top of my lungs. I used to be really, really loud, but it seems like but anyway, so I screamed at everybody, run and get in your cars and drive away, right? I'm trying to save everybody. And do you know that everybody heard me and everybody saw the tsunami and they froze? They just stayed there frozen. They couldn't move, right? And this woman, she turns around and she starts running and she's screaming at the top of her lungs in terror. She's just screaming, right? Because it's going to kill everybody. And as she's running, no one realized I saw it as she was running away. I was running, and I looked at the people that were all frozen in fear, the children, everybody. I mean, everybody. It was only me and that lady. But everybody was frozen in fear. Now, when I turned around to look at the woman to start running towards where she was at, the water had already come up underneath all their cars, and their cars were sinking in the water, right? And the cars were double and triple parked behind each other, guys. I mean, it was I don't know what this festival was, that it was so freaking important, but no one was aware of the time. No one was aware of the storm. No one was aware of the wind that picked up that could have sucked them into that vortex, right? No one was aware. And then when I gave the alarm, when I gave the sound, the call, the warning, do you know that everybody froze? So what does that mean? What is that telling you, right? There's a storm that's coming, and people are not going to be aware of it, okay? And I don't know if it's for right now, or if it's for later on when the mark of the beast comes, because the Lord keeps telling me, don't take the mark, don't take the mark, don't take the mark. Okay, he keeps telling me, don't take the mark. Okay, and just the other day, a couple of days ago, he said, this is what he told me. This is for me, but I'm sharing it with y'all. So please share these videos, guys. I know I'm not showing my face. I know y'all want to be entertained, but this is serious. Literally, get together when you're going to have your friends over. If you're going to party or whatever it is you do, right? Whatever it is you do to kick it back with your friends. get me on your TV. All right? So that you can share this with everybody, because it's going to affect their lives to the degree that they might take it to their mama, they might take it to grandma, they might take it to auntie, right? They might take it to, I don't know, their priest, right? Another prophet or whatever, right? Like, it doesn't matter. God is trying to warn everybody, guys. Watch my first video that I just uploaded with something similar to what I have here, because it's serious. I get God. He keeps trying to talk to everybody and nobody can hear him. Listen to the other video. Listen, the majority of what I'm saying is it's all God speaking. I'm just repeating what I wrote down that he said to me to tell you guys, right? Because it is serious, guys. Like, you can't build a relationship, a spiritual intimacy with the Father through Jesus Christ in the last couple of moments on the planet. You cannot. You won't be able to know why God created you in the earth and the purposes he has for you to accomplish to further advance his kingdom, to go and save the lost, you yourselves, okay? You're not going to know that unless you cut out time in your life, right? Whatever it is that you do for your hobbies, right? Whatever it is that you start giving that up to look for the Lord, to find him. You start reading your Bible instead of going out and doing this. You start picking up your Bible, spending hours in the Bible instead of going to go do that. All this stuff that doesn't have anything to do with Jesus Christ, guys, because it's not everybody that's going to make it into heaven. The majority of the population is going to hell. Please share this, because you don't know that you're doing the work of God when you share these videos, okay? I had a second dream. It was the same dream, but only it was a man. It was Jesus. It was Yeshua. And he was on the other side of that stream where that lady was. Okay, well, now it was Yeshua. And I thought it was a guy that I used to work with, right? So I was like, I was like, hey, how are you doing? And he waved. And then I said, are those your two daughters? And he said yes or whatever. But he was just using hand motions to talk to me. And then there was a guy to my left, and he was leaving. There was the only exit, but he was leaving. And he said, hey, can you please wipe down my windshield? Because I can't see, and I need to leave. And I'm like, yeah, sure, right. So I had some hand sanitizer. I put some on a rag, and I started wiping down his windshield. And then I wiped down his window. He rolled it up, and I wiped it down. And then I wiped down his side mirror, so he'd be able to see because he's driving, right? I don't want him to get hurt. And I wiped that down, and then he left. He was trying to give me money, and I said, no, it's free. It's fine. Then the second guy comes up. He goes, oh, my God. He put his hand on his chest. He goes, oh, my God, I better do it, right? And I said, do what? And then he goes, God just told me to do something 2 times in a row. He goes, I better go do it right now. Right? Okay. And I was like, okay. So as he was talking to me, I was cleaning his vehicle as well. He was trying to give me money, and I said, no, it's fine. So then I walked back to where I was by the stream, where my friend was, right? He was across the way. And he points to me real hard. He points to me, and then he points to himself in his chest. And then he puts his hands kind of like his fingers are in a C shape, kind of like cupped. And then he interlocks his 2 hands together, kind of like a link, right? And he points to me, and he points to himself, and then he does that with his hands, and then he points out. And he's telling me, without speaking, I knew what he was thinking. This is a spiritual thing, guys, that people aren't going to tell you. Christianity, religions are not going to reveal this to you, because these are the mysteries of God yet again, right? Because I've been walking with the Lord for 20 years, right? And even as a little child, God showed me, he told me that I would be alive to see the end of the world. Okay, I was like 7 or 8 years old playing outside, right? Okay, but God speaks to us through our mind, right? Instead of you thinking that it's a dream at night, it's actually God trying to speak with you, trying to communicate with you. But all we know is what science teaches us, and that it's a dream. It doesn't really mean anything. right? But we know that dreams do mean something, because why do we dream so much, right? Because I've been dreaming all my life, even since I was a little girl. But my dreams at night were nightmares. But anyway, back to this. So he was telling me for me and him to go together and to leave now, right? And the last thing so after I finished the vision, the last thing I heard was, bring everyone that you love. That's what I heard. And the other day he told me the same thing. Let's go. We got to get out of here, right? And I'm like, I'm ready to go, Father. Like, whenever you want, just get me out of this place, right? Because I don't want to be in the city, right? I don't know what's coming to the city, but something bad is coming, guys. The Lord, and I watched the other video because it's in there. Okay? They're going to put groups of people in prison. Okay? They're going to put groups of people in prison. I don't know where. I can't tell you where. I don't know when this is going to happen. It's just imminent. It's about to hit, guys. That's all I can tell you. Because the Lord showed me it was a tsunami. Tsunamis are unexpected. People don't realize what's happening when it's happening, right? So it's like suddenly, guys, it's like it's already too late if you're right there, right? In the other video, the 30-minute video, the one before this one that I uploaded earlier today, he told me that groups of people are going to be gathered together and they're going to be put in prisons. Guys, I don't know if this is for me or if this is for y'all. I'm just sharing with you what the Lord is telling me, because everything he tells me, I believe him for the truth, right? I don't question him. I don't doubt him. I just write everything down throughout the night. As much as he wants to tell me, that's as much as I want to write down. If I could be awake all night and listening to him and writing everything, I do. I want that. I want that more than this life right now, right? Because I just want to do the Father's will, and his will is for me to share this with y'all on social media platforms, right? And just know this, in the 7-year tribulation, at 3.5 years, the devil's going to get thrown out of heaven. He's not going to be able to go before the Lord and accuse us day and night, because there's no one else to accuse. God's about to allow him to take our lives because we love Jesus. We're supposed to starve to death, guys, for our love for Jesus. We're not supposed to take the mark on our hand or on our forehead, either the name or the number of the beast. We're not supposed to take the mark. We're not supposed to take it, and we're not supposed to worship that image that they're going to have set up all over the world, because it's going to be a one world order. Guys, we're already coming into that one world digital currency. Okay? And everybody can be a part of it, yes, but you cannot access your money unless you have the mark on your hand or on your forehead. You cannot access your money. You will not be able to buy groceries or gas, or you pay your light bill for the summer heat, or your light bill for the winter cold. You will not be able to. They will not allow you to unless you take the mark. And you know what? We are so narcissistic in nature. People are gonna make themselves believe that Jesus doesn't want you to suffer. Oh, Jesus doesn't want you to suffer. You need to take the mark. He wants you to have food, and he wants you to be comfortable, and he wants you to, he wants your kids to eat. Why would you do that? Why would you, neglect your children? That's child abuse. You're going to go to jail because you're not feeding your kids. I mean, the government is going to twist this up, guys, but the Lord told me that these people, these groups of people, they're going to come from every direction, and they're going to put people in prisons, okay? That's all he told me. He didn't tell me anything else. He didn't tell me anything else. And I don't think he's talking about people that are taking the mark. He's talking about people that are not going to take the mark. There's a difference, okay? Watch the other video, because 2 different times or 3 different times, the Lord said, the angel of the Lord told me, God has already made a separation. He already has his. He set his apart, and the evil are going to die in their sins. Okay, he said it at least 3 times in that other video that I was sharing with you, but I'm already going to hit 50 minutes. I'm done talking. I just wanted you to know what the Lord showed me this morning. There's a tsunami coming. It's going to be quick. It's going to hit hard, and it's going to be in waves, guys. It's not going to be just one time and then it's over, and there's going to be like a lot of like carnage behind it. No, it's going to come in waves. So where you think it's one, there's going to be another one. After the second one, there's going to be a third one. After the third one, there's going to be a fourth one, right? So just know, just be prayed up, repent, and receive Jesus as your Lord and Savior, because and break every evil covenant, guys, because we don't even know what we made covenant with. We don't know what our parents did, our grandparents, or our great-grandparents, right? So all we know is to break covenant with everything that's evil and only make covenant with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I love you. God told me to share it with those that I love, and I love all of you. I don't know who you are, but I know that God didn't create hell for the people that he created to live on the earth, to thrive on the earth, to be his children, and to be successful, right? And he told Adam and Eve, subdue the earth and have dominion over the birds of the air and the creatures in the earth and the animals in the sea, right? He gave them that power and authority. It was completely and totally theirs, but Satan stole it from them. That's why he had to send Jesus down to correct well, he used to be a good angel. His name was Lucifer, right? But when he decided that he wanted to have his own kingdom and his own people on the earth that was already God's, that God had already created, and then he perverted the seed of man through Adam and Eve, and by having, Genesis 6, right, by having intimacy with the women that were on the earth, right, because they were not holy angels anymore, guys. They were wicked, okay? Wicked, why? Why does somebody become wicked? Because they no longer want to be one with the Father. They no longer want to live according to God's ordinances. Right? And he gave us ordinances. He gave us laws and rules and statutes so that if we live by them, if we fear God, we will obey him and he will prolong our life. He will make our life blessed. Okay? Blessed. Why? So that we can be a blessing to other people, to other nations, right? We should have never known what sin was. That's the thing. We should have never, we were created to subdue the earth and have dominion over the earth, have dominion over the plants, the animals, and we were never supposed to know sin. We were never supposed to know what it is to live cursed on the earth. But because Eve messed up and did not ask her husband, do you think this is good? Satan was able to get in between them two, break their marriage covenant, because they were in agreement. That's what a covenant is in marriage. You're in agreement. All right? To live the same way, do the same things, worship the same God. Right? And not betray each other. So Satan got in that marriage covenant. Okay? That's the greater covenant right now, guys, is us having a covenant with God and marrying Jesus Christ, Yeshua Messiah, and being his bride, whether you're a man or a woman or a child. It doesn't matter what nationality you are, what color your skin is. It's having an intimacy with the Father and the Son so that he sends you out, just like he sent Jesus out. That he sends us out into the world to seek out the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Even if we have to die in faith, believing that Jesus is going to resurrect us. Whether we die now or we die at the very, very end, that Satan comes and destroys all the people of God. Either or, guys. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but that's the truth. Jesus died to set us free from the lies of Satan. He died. He gave up his life. That's what he's talking about in John 15:15. No greater love has anyone than this, and to lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and I appointed you that you would bear fruit and that your fruit would remain, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give to you. Okay, John 15, and I think it's like verse 13 through 16, right? Now that's what he's talking about. He wants us to have a oneness with the Father, to have a relationship, have the intimacy, but it's through him. He's our bridegroom, and we are the bride, right? Please share this video, guys. I love you, and I'll be talking to you next time the Lord tells me anything to warn the people, okay? God bless you.